What's up, witches? We're doing a paranormal story time of when I got attacked by a ghost on a deserted island, or ghostesses. Ghosts in plural. This video is dedicated to all my Native Americans and Indigenous natives. I love you. Ready? Okay. So I went to the deserted island not really thinking that there would be a lot of negativity there. My aunt was on vacation, she wanted to see the sights, and she picked this place out, and you can only get there by ferry. The only thing I knew about this place is that there was a battery on it. There's a battery, there's an old lighthouse, and I was like, okay, cool, I can make a TikTok, visit it, be a nice place, whatever. I was not looking for trouble. Emphasis, not looking for trouble. For some reason, I get the true attacks of ghosts if it's something that is completely evil. As a light worker, I feel like I'm kind of allergic to evil, so it doesn't work out for me well when I visit places of extreme pain, suffering, and torture for years. So I'll catch vibes on these buildings. It's fine, just old, and I didn't really sense anything. We go to the other part of the island, and then I see this kind of two-sided building. So I sensed that it was a tavern kind of on one side, and then we read, and it was where they held prisoners on one side and the guards were on the other, and I pictured guys drinking, playing cards before even reading that sign. I didn't really like the energy of that, so I kind of started power walking / running away. Like, no, I'm not feeling this energy, so I just started booking it down the trail, but I was booking it in the wrong direction because it took me to the worst place ever. The worst place that I've ever been on this planet. Start walking up to 3 structures, and it hits me like a bolt of lightning, and it feels like every cell in my body is on fire, and it's just pain, and it's just, I felt sick, like I was falling, like I almost fell over. I felt like I was gonna faint, and then it turned out to be the Seminole Native American prison. And the feelings that I got from that place were the most intense, worst emotions that I have ever felt in my life. It felt like every cell in my body was being electrified. The pain was so deep, and it was so many people, and I got flashes of torture, sick, torturous things going on, and it was awful. It was like I was hit by a bolt of lightning of all the pain and the feeling of unfairness, of how unfair everything was, and it was just the worst feeling because you feel like there's nothing you can do about it. And the guard to Seminole ratio was pretty sick. I think it was 3 prisoners to every guard, and I just got sadistic, torturous, horrible vibes. It's like I felt all of the soul's pain at one time, and it was just too much for me to handle. It was too much for me to bear. I didn't go inside of any of those rooms just because I got such a horrible negative feeling. But I did go to the top. I went to the upstairs area. I went to the upstairs. I went on top of the building, and I felt like something was trying to push me or make me fall off. It's hard to describe, like a strong wind, but the wind isn't there. I kind of begged for my family to leave that area, but I felt in this awful, just like dark, horrible mood, and I was still feeling sick and nauseous. So to get back home after visiting the island, we had to cross a bridge, and crossing water can be a very cleansing experience. So I ended up throwing up on the way over the bridge. It was like a spiritual purge of all that negative energy. It was horrible. Not only has that structure been used for Seminole Native Americans, the structure held Cubans, Union soldiers. So it's just a source of pain and a hateful, evil place, and 0 out of 10 stars for me, and I'm never going back there. it was advertised as something completely different. So I feel like this is why I'm making this video now, because it's so important that I talk about this. Time and time again, Native Americans and Indigenous people are written out of history, and they try to wipe us out. My name is Dylan Eagle Feather Howell, and this is me speaking my voice, speaking for all of the Seminole spirits that I came into contact with that day, just so we remember and we never forget that they existed. Always remember the Indigenous natives, the true Americans. A lot of the times, Native American spirits are very often ghosts. I have a Native American spirit in my house. They're angry for a reason. There's a lot of structures built on top of Native American burial grounds, and that's a huge problem. So if you feel like you live on a Native American burial ground, you can definitely do things to offer the spirit something, to give it a sign of peace, or just know that you understand the pain that these people have gone through. Alright guys, well that about sums up our time today. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more paranormal story times or how I do things around the craft. Love and light.